Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 1, Episode 4.1 of Cthulhu Death May Die, and it's Turn 1 of Eldritch Idols. So here we have our investigators, Rasputin and Sister Beth, up against Hastur, the yellow sign. As you guys know, we're doing yellow sign all month this month. So check out links below. Got Hermeticism of Hastur, part of the trilogy of disclosure from the Necronomicon fragment. We've got the King in Yellow. And we've got August Moldenhauer's Lost Carcosa and the Yellow Sign. Actually, these two books, we've got cover redesigns coming out with the new Pontos Fathom edition. You can check those out on our Patreon. Also pick up hardcover 25th anniversary of Dune Revenant. We'll be playing Dune games all month as well. So thanks for your support, guys. Leave comments below, and let's get into turn one. So I've gone ahead and set up the cards. Let's just do a quick recap again of the game rule of Season 1, Episode 4. It says, damn cultists will do anything to sacrifice their god. Sacrificing innocent blood in the dead of night is just another Tuesday. But our job is too crazy for the innocents. So it's too crazy for the innocents. So we sometimes have to hide in the shadows to save them. So it says to disrupt the ritual, we have to do something called overload two normal gates simultaneously when the Elder One advances. Okay, so we're going to somehow, I don't know how to overload gates. Let's see if they tell us, otherwise I'll check the rules. So it says, when the Elder One advances, each guard moves one space towards the investigator. So we've got these guard tokens that we've placed. So these are guards. They've got some kind of lanterns and handguns. So when the Elder One advances, the guards all move toward us. So that'll be the stress mechanism. We also have artifacts around the board. There's a number of artifacts, 4 artifacts. All the investigators carrying artifacts drop at least one, with at least one guard in their space, are arrested. They drop all their artifacts and they move their figure to the cell space. Okay, so if the Elder One advances while you're holding an artifact, you go to the cell. And then after that, if there are any investigators holding 2 artifacts at each of the different normal gates, they overload the gates and disrupt the ritual. Oh, I get it. So we have to have 2 artifacts each, and then we have to simultaneously go to 2 different gates, and that's called overloading the gates, and that's how we disrupt the ritual. Okay. So then our other 2 actions we can do is pick up an artifact. You can pick up any number of artifacts in your space, and there's a list of, okay, so when we flip these, there's some effects on the other side for the artifacts. Artifacts may be traded. If you die, you drop the artifact in the space. And then distract guard. Choose one guard up to 2 spaces from you and move that guard up to 2 spaces. And then we can distract guards by pushing them away up to 2 spaces. And we will play the Hastur guards by the Hastur deck. It's already folded into Mythos deck. We can give it another shuffle here. And lastly, all we have to do is pick our Arkham Sanitarium patient file, and we can go ahead and shuffle these up, and we will get Masochism. Well, that's appropriate for Rasputin. Has Masochism. Each time you take wounds, put the same number of wound tokens on this card. If there are no tokens on this card, take 1 wound. Otherwise, remove all tokens from this card and heal 1 stress per token removed. Well, so he can use wounds to heal stress, basically, which doesn't seem bad. And then Sister Beth gets Obsessive Disorder. Move your stress to match your health value. Then discard discovery cards as needed until you have the same number of cards on each side of your board. That's very funny. Okay. So she has to keep her, when she's stressed, she has to keep her stress and health. So I guess that means move her stress to match her health. So that's the opposite. He uses wounds to fix his stress. She can heal. She should always be healing her health, because when she gets insanity, her stress matches her health. So say suddenly she has 0, she has her health here, and she has high stress. When she hits an insanity, she can move her stress to match her wounds. So the less wound, like healing her wounds is probably her top priority, because this mechanism will kick in by itself. Okay, well, let's put these sort of aside for now. We've got our Hastur tokens here as well. And these will come into play during the game. Just leave them stacked in this space here. We also have a, I don't know how it works, but it might be revealed in the Mythos card. We have a sarcophagus. So here's the sarcophagus piece. So let's kind of get into it, and we'll see. I'm sure it's in the Mythos deck. We have the cell, we have our start space. So let's think of our strategy here. Let's go, so Rasputin, they're going to each go after different, okay, first of all, they got this giant Shoggoth here that has 10. That is not good. We're going to have to go right into the room and fight it. So, or we can run through. When you attack the Shoggoth, you lose an additional sanity for every tentacle rolled. And with the Byakhee, each star counts as a success. Okay. I'm already getting the anxiety of this now. Okay, let's go right ahead into turn 1. What do you think, guys? Run through? So he gets a free death. He's unkillable, actually. So I guess it's not so bad. So he can, if you would die, you can return to life once. So he gets 1 free death, and then later he gets 2 death. Okay, so so maybe his first thing is he can move this. Rasputin will move this guy 2 spaces. So 1, 2. Moves the guard away. He'll move into the room with the Shoggoth. He can use stars as successes. He'll just move in. He'll just go right in. So he pushes the guard. He moves into the room, and he will attack the Shoggoth. So let's see what he can do. He also can gain a green dice from his brawling. So let's see if he can't kill him, but let's see what he can do. Wow. He just takes 1 insanity. Okay, not good. All right, so draw a Mythos card. So we draw a Mythos card, and we get Suicide Pact. This is from the Hastur deck. It says each investigator with 2 or more yellow sign tokens takes 1 wound. So we have no yellow sign tokens. We have no more cultists to spawn. So first Mythos card, kind of safe. So next we'll have to go to the investigator fight. If there's an enemy in your space, they attack you. So first off is when attacking or attacked, each insanity makes us lose 1 additional sanity. So we've lost an additional sanity. And then the Shoggoth attacks with 2 black and 2 green. So we can roll that. And he does 2 2 damage to Rasputin. So Rasputin takes 2 damage. Each time you take wounds, place the same number of wound tokens on this card. Okay, so let's put 2 wound tokens on his card. I suppose I'll just dump these in a pool right here. 8 wound tokens. There. Okay. All right, so we've got Rasputin versus the Shoggoth, and you guys can see this just recently painted and dried. Check out the painting video below if you would like to. I like this. I like how with Cthulhu Death May Die, I'm only painting as I go along, as opposed to having a mad. I mean, hey, every once in a while, it's nice to have a weekend paint session, but I think it's great to just, you know, have 2 or 3. It's very enjoyable to have 2 or 3 miniatures to paint, and using the game structure. What's nice about this game is because it's divided into these turns, you can know exactly what pieces you'll need for a game. So yeah. So tell me in the comments how you guys paint your miniatures. And also check out our Patreon, because we're posting all of our miniatures and different photos. We post something every day on Instagram. You can check that below. And would love to see your guys' Cthulhu Death May Die painting if you're doing any. So post yours or share me your Instagram, and I'll go check it out. Okay, so let's get into the end of turn. So end of turn effects. Basically, no end of turn effects right now. We have stage 1 for Hastur. I think do we start with stage 1? Let me just check how we start with the stages. On the monster board, any end of turn effects happen now. We have the end of turn effect. Check the Mythos deck. Elder One end of turn effect. End of turn. So stage 1, okay, we go. Starting with stage 2, once the Elder One is summoned to the board, it acts like the enemy. So which stage do we start with? Do you guys know? Leave me a message down there and we'll see. Just see this right here. Elder One stage cards. Choose an Elder One from its box. Place the Elder One figure on the starting space of the track. Place the minion references there. Place the Elder One cards in order face up on the storyboard. Stage 1 goes on top. Yep. And then do we turn over stage 1? Doesn't matter. To gain a yellow sign token, summon 1 Hastur deck within. When Hastur advances. Okay, yeah, that's when he advances. So we can leave that here. So he hasn't advanced the first time, so yeah. All right, so that looks like it's going to wrap it up for Rasputin. He took a bit of damage. He totally missed the Shoggoth. So let's see if Sister Beth can help fix this. So with Sister Beth, she has, when making a roll, you may count 1 tentacle as a success. It also counts as a tentacle. So she's high strung. Okay, you have 1 free roll when attacked or rolling for fire. All right, so let's jump right into Sister Beth's turn. She'll also move 1 forward. And she will do 2 attacks. So let's see if she can do what Rasputin could not. So she gains the she also has brawling. So she gains the extra dice, and she can count the tentacles as successes as well. So this is great. She can. So let's see what she does. Okay, so she gets 3 damage to the Shoggoth. So we can place 3 damage on his card here. She also gets to re-roll. And she gets a star, which doesn't count as an attack. but that's fine. 3 damage is a start. And the shut-off attacking makes each... Well, that's when he attacks. So let's go into draw Mythos card. So oh, wait. Sister Beth, that was her first attack. So she does 3 from her first attack. This is her third action. She'll attack again. Oh. Okay, so first of all, I had a tentacle. Now she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And now she can increase. She can increase her. So she does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now she adds 5 to this. 3, 4, 5. So now his damage is up to 8. Her insanity, she did 1, 2, 3, and now she has 4, 5, and I believe that means she can increase two items. Let's just double check. So when there is, okay. So when you apply the stress, you can increase your investigator points. So insanity threshold, the tracks insanity. 4 of the spaces are activate insanities, leveling up. When a marker reaches a skill level, after activating the insanity, the investigator levels up one of their skills. Okay, so we just can level up 1 skill. So let's just see which one we level up. When you attack, you may target any number of figures in your space. Split the wounds as you like. Instead, you may reduce wounds taken as a loss of sanity by 1 with fire. Instead, you may count any number of blank as successes. Oh, it says count any 1 as a success. Okay, so this time she only did 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. She also gets the reroll though. Oh, that's when attacked. Okay, so okay, that's fine. She still takes those stress. She now can count any number of them. We'll put these 2 back. All right, that was confusing, but I over counted hers because she can only count 1. But so I removed some of so the Shoggoth only has 6 damage at this point, and yeah, that's where we are. Also, her insanity gets triggered, so she has to move her stress to match her health, which it's moved, and she doesn't have any cards. So her obsessive disorder is played, and now we can draw a Mythos card. So Mythos card, we get another Hastur Mythos card. It says Rapturous Frenzy. Each cultist moves 1 space towards you. That is not good. Okay, so they move into this room. He moves into this room. He moves into this room. He moves into this room. And that's it. So the cultists are... See, this is the thing that gets me every time. Okay. So Sister Beth has gone. Her action phase has ended. Let's move into her Mythos phase has ended. Investigator fight. It's definitely fight. So we'll start off with the Shoggoth. Shoggoth gets these dice. Shoggoth gives her 1 additional insanity, and then does 1 damage to Sister Beth. And then the cultists miss, and cultist does damage of 1 also. So I think that's going to do it for okay, so that is going to do it for the resolve the end of turn. So end of turn effects, nothing out of the ordinary for end of turn effects right now. The guards are distracted. The cultists are advancing. Sister Beth's taken some damage, but we can do a rest in the next turn perhaps. So let's see what we do in turn 2. So thank you guys for watching. Let's check out turn 2, and we'll see you in a little bit. Thanks a lot. Bye.